Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. This is your beginner's guide to Invincible Versus, the 3v3 tag fighting game based off the Invincible Comic and Show. So, well, being a beginner guide, I'm just going to go over kind of everything what makes the game work. So you understand the system mechanics, especially, the more advanced stuff, because some stuff, especially the combo structure, this is a very combo heavy game with a lot of very particular rules, might not make sense immediately, but we'll go over everything and I'll timestamp everything so you can skip forward for whatever makes sense for you. So leave a like for timestamps, that helps the video a lot. But I guess let's start at the start, right? Because what is this game besides obviously a tag game, has assist, all that kind of fun stuff? So the game is what we would call a 3-button fighter. So we have a light, medium, heavy, and those are your 3 basic attacks. This game also has what we call magic series attacks. So light can go into medium, medium can go into heavy, and therefore you can just dial them all together, dial a combo if you will. Light, medium, heavy, they all work together. In this game, down and heavy is a universal launcher. So it'll just pop the enemy up in the air. So you can go light, medium, heavy, down heavy, light, medium, heavy, down heavy, spike them to the ground, and maybe do a fancy super move at the end of a combo. It's a basic combo, but just so we understand. So combo flow is pretty easy. Just keep going light, mediums into heavies, and then hit down heavy to launch them in the air, or if you're already in the air, down heavy to spike them down to the ground. Naturally, everyone has special moves. You can do these special moves either through classic fighting game motion controls or easy controls. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And everyone has all sorts of super moves. Some are for damage, some are for utility. It changes character to character. Everyone has 2 level 1 supers and 1 level 3 super. And the level 3 super across the board is, here's the big damage dump super. So if you can end the combo with a level 3 super, the big cinematic super, you'll definitely be doing the most possible damage. This is also a game where mobility plays a pretty big factor. So you can dash. Most of the cast dashes normally. Some people dash a little funny, depending on what's going on. Some people have more limited movement. A big character like Monster Girl can't do too much too fancy other than, say, a universal super jump where you hit down and up at the same time and jump a lot higher than normal. Versus most of the cast, especially all the Viltrumites, have all sorts of crazy air movement with air dashes and all that kind of stuff. Just dash in the air and you're good to go. And basically, forward dash, back dash, and diagonal dashes, which are extra good because I can diagonal dash and land on your head for an instant overhead attack that you have to block standing. And yes, this is a back to block game. Hold back to block mids and overheads. Like a jumping attack, that would be an overhead. And down back to block just mids and lows. So as appropriate, fighting game 101, right? Now, where this game differs from a lot of games is you can modify a lot of stuff, like basic movement, like a dash is pretty cool and all, right? But what if I go zoop? You can spend your meter on dashes and make your dashes way faster than you normally should. Then all of a sudden you can be near full screen away and immediately just dashing for a throw that people might not expect. But we're going to get to all of that. That's just the basics. And now let's talk about the control schemes. So if we go into our options and we go to our controls, you can see here mode. There's standard and there's motion. So motion is normal, if you will, fighting game controls like you've seen Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatever. Standard is more easy inputs. Now the game, and a lot of y'all are probably going to be playing standard. So just to talk through it real quick, standard still has light, medium, heavy attacks. Just it has a dedicated special move button. So you hit your special move button and it does this special move. And to do super moves, you can hit a direction and heavy and your special button, or you can hit boost, heavy, and special and get your fancy level 3 super. In motion controls, you have to do the classical fighting game motions like cortical forward, cortical back, the dragon punch motion. You have to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, in a vacuum, standard controls with the easy inputs is better because it takes time to do motions. It's not long, but it's certainly longer than a button press. So to make up for it, classic moves do just a little bit more damage. So you can see here we have some infographics on our damage here. And if, say, I do Omni-Man's Clap, that does 57 damage, right? Now if I go to standard controls, same move, does 55 damage. So it's literally 2 damage. It's not that big of a deal, but... So going back to motion controls here, say I do a combo that contains multiple special moves and a super. And say at the end of this, this does 411 damage. So same combo here, same idea. And it's going to be a little bit different. Not a lot different, but a little bit different. So that did 391. So motion controls, if you're looking to absolutely maximize your damage, motion controls will always do more damage. Over the course of a longer combo, it'll get more and more pronounced the more special moves you have in the combo. But then again, standard controls, everything's a single button press. If you ask me, long-time fighting game player, I don't think the damage buff is enough competitively to make classic controls more worthy than simple controls. So if you're just looking for standard controls and you're intimidated by fighting game stuff, don't be afraid. Like I kind of think it's actually better, because a lot of moves, for special moves, reaction matters. Like say we want to do Omni-Man's armored uppercut move here, right? If you can do it even 1 frame earlier, which you can, because it's only like 1 button press in this game for standard compared to motion controls, that might win you the match, versus you might not get it off and get like thrown out of it or whatever in classic controls. So classic controls, motion controls do more damage, although it's only a little bit. So if you don't like that kind of control scheme, you don't got to worry about it. So now, quickly to talk about the boost meters. So those are the yellow bars here above you. So boost meters are the most important thing about the game. Like other than if your life bar goes away, your character dies, right? It is way more important than your super meter. Your super meter is nice, but the boost meter is everything. It is boost dashes, which is super important for combos. And don't worry, we're going to talk about all this stuff more in depth later. It is enhanced special moves, which are good in general and also good for combos. So there's so many uses, and especially defensively, almost all of your defensive options are tied to your boost meter. So your yellow bars are super key. Each character has their own bars, by the way. So if I tag out and go to somebody else, now they got their own meter to work with, and I tag out, go to somebody else, they have their own meter to work with. So everyone's got their own stuff to play around with. One thing to note is by itself, the meters regenerate real slow. Like look here, Monster Girl, right by my head here. Look how slow that regenerates. It's glacial. It's glacial. It ain't good, folks. But now, say I tag out Monster Girl. Now have a look at her boost gauge here. See how fast that regenerates? So basically, when your character is low on your boost gauge, your yellow bar, you are heavily incentivized to tag them out because 1, you're basically out of options if you don't have the gauge, and 2, they get it back so quickly when they're tagged out. Tag is a big part of the game because, you know, this is a 3v3 fighter. You want to tag, especially because tag has a lot to do with combo structure and just kind of really important in that way, right? But yo, you gotta watch that meter. Now we're gonna talk about more things about that meter. So now when we talked about meter, let's talk some of the uses of meter. One of them is boost dash. So basically you spend meter on your dash and it just makes your dash better, which is good because sometimes you just want to be quick and get in. There's a million valid reasons to want to get in fast. Like say someone's trying to zone you out, right? Well, projectiles take time and you can move in faster if you boost dash, and it takes time to do. But another really powerful thing about boost dash is it's also effectively in fighting game terms a roam and cancel. It lets you extend combos. So I can do any given move and boost dash that move and it cancels the move on the spot and I just return back to neutral. So just for an example here, I can pop them up, light, medium, heavy, boost, dash, cancel, and then I can immediately go light, medium, heavy, boost, light, medium, heavy, boost, light, medium, heavy, and then just keep the combo going. And it obviously takes me some of my resources, but if it gets you more damage, and say in your position where maybe the enhanced moves don't exactly cut it for extra damage, it's really strong. Also, when you do this, it lowers your combo meter, so you can get longer, more extensive combos. We're going to talk about more combos later in the video. But yeah, so boost dash is both a combo extender and just leads to like super quick movement when you need super quick movement on demand. Also, for certain characters, like say Monster Girl, it changes how some of her moves work. Like her dash isn't a normal dash. She like hops in the air and gives her like air attacks, right? And for her, boost dash turns her jumping dash into super armored. So now in that same scenario here with some zoning, I can literally just armor through fireballs coming my way, or any move really. So it's a really important skill to know. So now the next thing that uses your boost bar that's really important is Combo Breaker. Hey, this is a tag game. You're gonna get your head beat in at some point and probably putting in a really long combo. And as long as you have at least 2 bars and an assist that is not on cooldown, you can say, nah, get off me. And that's worth its weight in gold because you don't want to take that damage. Now, the thing about that again is you definitely need someone off cooldown. And once you do it, it will put your assists on cooldown. Now that said, you don't need both of them off cooldown. You only need one, the one that's getting called in. But it'll put both your assists on cooldown, so you gotta really watch out for that. So you'll get the get off me, but it'll cost you bar and it'll cost your assist for a little bit. Although, I guess you could say it's a fair price for not getting your head kicked in. So it's really that simple. 2 bars and an assist. And if you're getting beat up, get off me, back to neutral. And that's all it really needs to be. It's really, really good. So another important metered mechanic is the push block. And well, it's what it sounds like. You can push them away while you're blocking. So push block, it's got to hit 2 buttons and it costs a meter. But you can see here, when you do it, it can create a lot of distance between you and the opponent character. And sometimes you just need breathing space. And that's worth the price of a meter. But even better than breathing space is, depending on when you do it, you can turn a block string into a punish. So you can see here, and this is just doing light, medium, heavy. But if I time my push block correctly, ooh, that move whiffed. So normally it wouldn't whiff, right? But here I am, and after I can push her away, I can make her whiff the move. And depending on my timing, okay, if it whiffs, I can now turn that into a punish and get my own combo. So yes, you can push them away just to get them off you, but if you know what kind of attacks they're going to do, you can push them just a little bit away to make those attacks whiff and then bonk them on the head on the other end. So another powerful metered option. Now, moving on for more defensive mechanics using the boost meter, we have Heroic Strike. Now, Heroic Strike as a mechanic is basically, in other fighting game terms, it's the alpha counter. It's the, hey, I'm already blocking, get off me, right? And you can see here it has super armor, so it's just gonna bulldoze through whatever. As long as you're blocking and you have a meter and a half of boost gauge, you can do it. Now, what makes this a lot stronger than a lot of other fighting games is normally in a lot of other fighting games, it's exactly that. Like, hey, get off me, and we were set, right? This game, being this game, you can tag after the fact. So I can do this and then get like a full combo going here and pop you something fierce for some real big boy damage off the fact that you were just attacking and I was blocking. So it's very, very powerful that way. Now, it's not necessarily flawless. Like, it's not always a guarantee. Sometimes if you see it happening, you can armor back, or if you are just really quick in reacting to the flash, because you can see there's some startup. You can go for like something invincible, like a level 3 super, and then still beat them out of it. But just as a fundamental gameplay mechanic, it's real powerful because it is just way stronger than it is in other comparable games. Now, this next defensive mechanic actually has nothing to do with meter, but it's really basic and really simple, and you should know it. Basically, anytime you get knocked down, just hold forward or back, and you will roll in that direction. It's really that simple. You don't have to necessarily wake up and just wake up directly into them attacking you. You have some agency in what direction you wake up into, which is good because, you know, say you're knocked down in the corner. I'll then roll out of the corner. Again, just hold back or forward, and you choose which way you roll. Now, to note, if the move is a hard knockdown, and it'll tell you on the screen if the move is a hard knockdown, then you cannot roll, because hard knockdown means you just got to get up in place. But otherwise, it works on just about every knockdown. Now, to note quickly on throws. So a throw is a basic fighting game building block, right? If they're too defensive, okay, well, I'll just throw you. That's normally all it really needs to be, although in Invincible Versus, it's a little bit more advanced because there's a couple other things. So the forward throw is your classic fighting game throw, if you want to put it that way. This game being this game, though, you can tag afterwards and get bigger combos. then all of a sudden the humble forward throw can turn into like some pretty okay damage, basically, right? Like now all of a sudden you just lost like maybe almost half your life off a forward throw. So the tag aspect's really strong. And then there's back throw. So back throw is, let's remove the whole tag aspect. Let's just combo by ourselves. So it looks like a side switch, but after the side switch, I can dash in and get combos. And then you can meter dump, you can do more tags, like you can do whatever you want, right? So the throw is a lot scarier than just, you know, take 10% or whatever normal fighting game logic is. Also, not all throws are created equal. Some here, like Mark, is a ground splat, but Battle Beast is a hard knockdown. That means you cannot roll after the fact. So the throws that are hard knockdowns basically give you a little bit of mix-up potential because, you know, they have to get up in place at a fixed time, and then you can figure out setups. But yeah, the humble throw in this game can be pretty scary because you get to keep comboing afterwards. Now, let's talk assists. Assists are a major part of the game. So an assist, you have an assist 1, assist 2, and you hit the button, they do a move. Like that part I think is simple enough. But every character has at least 3 assists. There's 2 neutral assists where you hit the button, and depending if it's a neutral or forward input, they'll do 1 move. Like say Elemental, when she gets called as her basic assist, she'll do her little rock shield move, and then it'll be part of the battlefield. It'll be like an obstacle for the enemy to get around. It can help your control of the screen. And then her back assist is her big projectile that bounces and can be really, really annoying. And you could argue it's a stronger assist, but that's why it has a longer cooldown. So the neutral or forward assist has a short cooldown associated with it, about 3 seconds. And the back assist, which is generally more powerful, will have a longer cooldown of 6 seconds. So basically, you have lost use of that character for however long the assist is, which also affects things besides the fact that you can't just like spam the assist over and over and over, right? It also affects things like your combo breaker, because if they're on cooldown, you cannot call them for the combo breaker. And you can call assists whenever, like I can call them in the air, on the ground, whatever. The only time things change is when you're actively hitting the enemy. Now, if they block or not, it doesn't matter. If you're hitting the enemy, call the assist. They'll just do a basic strike. And the basic strike's purpose is to reduce the combo meter. We'll talk more about this in the combo section, but basically calling assists mid-combo will basically make your combos longer, and you can kind of just keep going longer past you normally should be able to go. Now, as far as what assists you want to go with, that's character to character. Some people are just objectively good, like a Robot. Robot has hidden missiles as his assist, objectively strong, just great screen control. They track to wherever the enemy is. Someone like Rex. Rex also has upwards projectiles, will just control the screen in a fantastic way, or his back assist will toss a regular projectile that if it lands, it becomes a mine that can explode after the fact. Every assist is different character to character, but it's part of the team building experience. You want assists that help make your team, because the assist is part of your team. The assist is just as important as you actually picking the character. So you got to really think about it and what they will offer you. Now, let's talk everything tags. Tags is a huge part of the game. So, you can hold your assist button, and if you hold your assist button, you tag in place. Okay, easy enough, right? It does have a little element of risk in it, because you don't have full control of the character immediately, but sometimes you just gotta do it. However, most of the time, when you're hitting the enemy, this is where the tags are gonna come into play. So you hit the enemy, hold your assist button, and you will tag and attack. And from there, you can kind of just keep the combos going. In fact, you can just really extend them, because that's one of the beautiful things about tags in the game. On top of just, having the new character hit the opponent, right? It legitimately does extend the combo, because we have the combo bar, and every time you hit the opponent with a tag, it lowers the combo bar. So you can keep combos going a lot longer than you normally could, and that's the whole advantage. But this game being this game, and given its pedigree from the Killer Instinct developers, it's not free to do. Because a combo with a lot of tags in it is gonna do a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. And you don't just gotta take it. The opponent has interaction here. So if you're tagging in on them, they can do something about it. So say Anissa here is trying to hit me and trying to extend the combo. Well, okay, I know Lucan's coming in, and I can stop him dead with a counter tag. So basically, right before they hit 2 buttons. And as long as you timed it correctly, you basically tell them to F off, if you will, right? And you stop the combo dead. This is the combo, well, this is the other combo breaker mechanic. And unlike the actual combo breaker mechanic that takes 2 of your bars, this is completely free. All you gotta do is watch out for it. And while you're being comboed, unless you are gonna use the actual breaker mechanic, you have no reason not to look out for this. This is in fact the only thing you can really look out for. So keep eagle eye, wait for the moment, hit your buttons, counter the tag. Now, there's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors element to this. Because if it was just that simple, like literally, like tags would be useless. Because like you'd always be able to react to it every single time. Because like it's not particularly fast. You got to be asleep at the wheel basically if you're looking for it to get hit by it. So there's multiple ways to vary the timing. So now same deal here. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, counter fail too early. What happened there? Because one of the things you can do to change the timing of the tag attack is hit the heavy button when you're tagging your partner in. Like look at Monster Girl here, the base attack, right? She hits with a bit of an uppercut, but if I hit heavy, you can see the animation changes and it comes out just a little bit later. So the thing about the counter tag is you have to counter tag rather, right when the move hits. So between the base tag and the heavy version, there's a little bit of variance. So if you get it correct, you're out of the combo for free, no resources spent. But if you are incorrect on the timing, then you get bopped and the combo can continue. Now I did say rock, paper, scissors, so we gotta do a third layer here. So when the opponent comes out the tag, uh-oh, what was that, right? So they can hit assist again and do a fake out and do literally nothing. And if they do literally nothing, get bopped. So if you do the counter tag and they do nothing, they just hit assist again and do nothing, then there's that time slow effect and they can do whatever they want to you. Full combo, no big deal. And that seems really strong, right? Because it's a feint, you don't have to commit. But here's where the weakness of that is. If I do nothing, so I don't do counter tag, instead this happens. You see they turn red and I just flip out of the combo. And that happens, I don't interact, I don't press a button. Now I get the combo. So there's basically 3 layers to this. There is the actual tag itself. There's the delay tag if you hit heavy, which just slightly changes the timing to make counter tag harder. And then there is, I come in and do literally nothing, waiting to bait your counter tag. And if you tried to counter tag, I get a combo. If you did nothing, then I get comboed. And now this game being this game, you can tag off any hit. So we're doing like, basic normal, like, hey, we're doing like, launch, whatever, right? But I can do it off a projectile. Like Monster Girl's big and slow, but I can toss a projectile with Rex and tag in off that. Like, I don't need to be anywhere near the enemy to tag. You don't need to make physical contact with them to tag out. You just need a move to connect. That is it. And same on block. It don't care like if it hits or blocks. Tags just come in no matter what. But tagging is a huge part of the game. You want to keep just kind of switching up your roster just to refill your boost gauge at a minimum. It's part of extending combos. It's just part of the game's DNA. So now you know how it all works. Now let's talk everything combos, because combos is one of the most unique things about this game and really separates it from a lot of other fighting games on the market. So one, yes, there is auto combos. If you just smash light, the game will basically give you a couple hits into a special, into a super, right? This is not one of those games where auto combos are optimal, so don't worry about that. But if you're just beginning and you just want to mash a little bit, the game will let you do that. So one of the really unique things about this game is it breaks conventional fighting game logic. So most fighting games, like, okay, I do normal moves and go into a special move, and then maybe after the special move, I can go into a super move. And surely you can do exactly that in this game too. But in this game, you can also do specials into normals. So it's completely free form. So for normals, lights have to go into mediums, have to go into heavies, or light into heavy, or you go like light, medium, medium, like crouching or standing. Like you can mix up a bit, but eventually lights go to mediums, go to heavies. Like you progress upwards, and then you can do a special. But after you do a special, you can easily go into another normal and then go into another special. So I could say Mark here, do his lariat, and I can go lariat into heavy. And I go lariat, heavy, lariat, heavy, lariat, heavy, lariat, heavy, and until the combo flips out. And that works that way for everybody in the game. So combo structure is super free form. It's basically what do you want it to be. The only limiting thing is the combo bar. And now let's talk the combo bar. So basically the combo bar, the more hits you do in a combo, you will raise that bar up until you see where it flashes. And where it flashes is basically the warning that the next hit, no matter what it is, will flip the enemy out. So you gotta make it a good one. And it can be, a big hit, it can be a small hit, it doesn't matter. Just the next hit will flip the enemy out. So in this example combo here, since I know when I spike them down to the ground, I know the combo's gonna end. Okay, so I might as well get a super move in there and get some good extra damage, right? And the logic works out just fine on that. It's basically what the game wants you to do. Fill up that bar, do a super, and then let's do the tag minigame after the super. And if you get the tag minigame good, you can do more supers and just keep the damage going. And then that's how damage scales up. You're trying to max out your damage before we do the tag rock, paper, scissors minigame that we covered in the last section. And tags also say the combo is not maxed out. Tags lower the combo bar. So now I can do my own extended combo without having to worry about, when I tag. It doesn't always have to be at the end, because part of the tag experience is you got to keep the opponent on their toes and when I'm going to tag to keep that mini game valuable and just, their mental stack just at peak disorder. So you don't got to wait for it to be maxed out. Although if it is maxed out, you can still tag actually and then lower it again. So that is an option. Basically, you can keep bringing it down. And also, another thing to help keep bringing it down is stuff like assists. So when I hit you, an assist will be called. Assist will lower that gauge just by a little bit. So you can keep the combos going longer than they would otherwise without having to necessarily commit to that full tag just yet. In fact, given that assist cooldown in this game is actually fairly quick, I see here I call Cecil, and from there, I can still do the hard tag into Cecil even though I already called him as an assist if I can keep that combo going long enough. So your team comp, your combo length, when you call people in combos, all this matters. It's all in the name of trying to keep that meter down before the breaking point. Now, to note about that breaking point, so part of your combo structure may involve enhanced moves. Enhanced moves are great for combos because they do more damage. More damage is sort of king. And they don't always raise the bar as much as even their traditional normal version of the move, which is good. But when that bar is maxed out, enhanced moves cannot break the combo bar. So you can kind of just keep doing them, in fact. The combo doesn't end just because that is there. And then from there, then you can keep going, do more tags, do more enhanced moves, and you can kind of keep that party going, right? So spending that boost gauge and getting your tags in to spend more boost gauge is good because enhanced moves circumvent the rule set of breaking the combo at the end. Because again, normally at the end of the whatever combo it may be, this next hit, tap, boop, combo's over. Enhanced moves say no. You do the enhanced moves, you can keep the party going. Now, some moves are better than others. Like Mark, his enhanced overhead's really good because it causes a ground bounce and it combos into itself. So you can just kind of keep doing it and burn all your bar on that, right? Other characters, your mileage may vary, but that's an important thing to know about the combo rule set of the game. And now, more ways to spend beater. So, Boost Dash. Boost Dash also lowers the combo bar. So all you got to do is get the opponent in the combo and then do the Boost Dash. So Boost Dash is the metered version of the dash. And in this game, it'll take you out of whatever move you're doing and just cancel the move and lower your combo bar and let you extend the combo. So between that, calling assists, doing hard tags, there's lots of ways to extend your combos. I have been at this fighting game thing since 1991, pretty much about as long as anyone could be. And I'm telling you, as far as like freedom goes for combo structure, this game is one of the craziest you'll ever see. The limit is basically your imagination. You just need to know the rules. And now that you know the rules, you just go nuts. The only thing to add to that is super moves. So super moves are always good just because they have minimum scaling. There's like a minimum amount of damage they can do. Like they'll do this much and not any amount less. So when you're looking to like really max out that damage, like that's how you do it. You just do super after super after super. And level 3 super specifically also have better minimum scaling. So a level 3 super will do a lot of damage even at the end of a very extended combo. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's sort of combo 101 for Invincible Versus. Now, just to talk about some other mechanics. So there is a snapback mechanic. And snapback is as simple, at least on motion controls, heavy and assist 2. And you snap the opponent out. And you force another character you choose, back or forward. If you choose forward, you'll bring in the first assist. If you hit back, you'll bring in the second assist. But you force the enemy to bring in the character you want to see and then lock the other character out. So they can't be tagged into, they can't use assists. It's just a way to control how their team works. And the cost is pretty cheap. It's actually a super meter, not even a boost gauge. And to be real, your super meter matters less than your boost gauge. So feel free to use it because it's not bad, especially because you can freely do it in the middle of combos as well and bring in the opponent against their will. There's also the medium. So many characters in the game, their medium attack, they can hold their mediums. And when you hold the medium, it's usually slower, but they'll do stuff like crumple the enemy. So say Mark here, I hit with the charge medium and this just gets crumpled. Cool. Full combo. Let's go, right? Like you can just do that. Also, at least for Mark anyways, regular medium is negative on block. Charge medium is plus on block. So if someone blocks this and like we're both beside each other and I hit light first, I will always win because I have the advantage frames. And it's different character to character. Like Cecil, his gunshot gets a lot better, a lot bigger. So like basic shot just hits, charge shot knocks back. The grounded shot here gets a lot more range. You can also, for a lot of characters, although not everyone, do charge mediums in the air. And for Cecil, it makes his grenade toss way better, hits a lot further away. So for Cecil specifically, like charge mediums are really good. Someone like Conquest, he has the big Viltrumite stab, right? And for him, it's a lot of range. He also gets a little bit of super armor at the end of it, so he can just armor through things. His crouch medium gets super armor almost right away. So if you're looking just to bully people, this is actually a really strong way to do it, on the top of the fact that it's just a combo starter by itself. So explore with it character to character. Some people, their charge mediums are a little basic, like just get a crumple, but that's fine, especially because the crumple state, we're going to do one of those, I told you something, I'm telling you about this thing, and now we're going to wrap around her again, right? So crumple state. If you snap back someone in crumple state, it becomes an arena shift. I knock you into a different stage. I knocked you to the moon. Okay, sure. Let's go with that. And when that happens, some big stuff goes down. You notice here, and this is assists, they're completely locked out. So if I hit you in the arena shift, you cannot use assists. And if you can't use assists, that means you also cannot use your combo breaker. So I can heavily dictate the pace of the next few seconds if I know now for sure you absolutely cannot break my combos, even if you happen to have the meter, because your assists are on lockdown and your offense is also not going to be as good. And then there's the fact of my boost gauge. So my boost gauge, once I cause an arena shift, your team's boost gauge will rapidly regenerate. So notice now my boost gauge is like glowing, and just see how fast it regenerates. So your offense is turbocharged. You almost get like infinite boost gauge basically. So if you have a very spammable EX move, you want to aim for that, right? And that only works on a crumple. And a lot of people, not everyone, like, you know, again here, Cecil, his Charge mean it's a knockback, right? So it's not quite the same. But you want to aim for it as much as you can and then send them flying. They're locked out of a lot of their resources, and you gain just about near infinite boost gauge to just go berserk on them because it just regenerates so fast. You can do some silly combos, as you can see here. Like, remember some of those rules we went over, right? That EX moves cannot break a combo, and since my stuff keeps like just regenerating over and over, it means you can actually do some combos that just aren't possible normally. So this, because it's so strong, is only once per match. So you better believe in it. You only get one time to do it, but it's a game-changing mechanic. And that is your beginner's guide to Invincible Versus. So a lot of the game is pretty straightforward, but then again, a lot of the game, there's some real depth here. Like, if you want to put your time in, if you want to commit to some mastery of the game, this game will reward you for it. There's a lot of interesting systems, a lot of interesting mechanics to play around with, on top of, you know, hey, it's the cool characters from Invincible. So it's always kind of fun to play around with some of your favorites, right? So this has been a longer video. If this has helped you out, please leave a like. It does sincerely help the video. But yeah, check out the Choose a Main guide on the channel if you haven't already. It'll be linked at the end of this video to go over the entirety of the cast and what everyone can do. But otherwise, well, that's it for the video, and that's it for me. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Invincible Versus.